drive in. I don't picture myself sleeping on the ground anymore.
Yeah.
I do like going to hotels though.
How about like a RV or something? Would you sleep in RVs?
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, my sister and her husband they have one, but she's younger than I am.
Yeah.
Do a lot of traveling that way.
So now, when you're at the racetrack, do you eat regularly, or do you eat very lightly when you're on a day of racing?
I usually eat pretty light. I'm usually pretty excited and pretty amped up. When I'm racing. So I usually don't eat a whole bunch. I'll bring along my cooler full of water and soda and stuff like that, and then I usually bring along some, munchable snacks and stuff like that. Maybe some beef jerky or some Slim Jims or some chips or something like that. And but then I'll usually wait until I get home to actually, eat a regular meal. Every once in a while, if I'm really, really hungry, I'll, like go grab a burger or a brat or something like that from one of the concession stands. But that doesn't happen real often. Most of the time, I eat pretty light.
How about none of the other drivers feed you food when they're like barbecuing and stuff?
Oh, they always ask me, "Hey, we got some of this, man. Sit down, grab this and stuff like that." And I'm usually too excited. I really get excited when I'm down at the racetrack. So I don't usually eat.
All right, now let me ask you this: since you've been drag racing for a short time, have you had the most embarrassing moment on the track yet?
Oh, let's see, embarrassing moment. Probably nothing that anybody would have. Well, I think. Well, yeah, maybe running out of gas just before I get up to the starting line. I had that happen to me once. And actually, it was just before I got up to do my burnout, so it wasn't really in between the burnout and the staging light. Yeah, that would probably be it.
So after that time, you make sure you got gas all the time now?
Yeah. I usually, I'm usually pretty cognizant of that, of that now.
Yeah.
Well, with the Dart and that's got a bigger gas tank, but the Avenger is only got a small. I think it's like an 8-gallon tank or something like that. So I have to really, really keep an eye on that thing because that thing really slurps the gas. I'll go through a gallon and a half of fuel per pass with that car.
All right, now next question is, if someone were to come up to you, Russell, and give you $200 million, and they wanted you to build a brand new drag race track, where would you consider building a new track, and what kind of features would you put into this new track?
It would most likely be someplace where you can race year round, and I'd make sure that it had nice level track surface, good drainage system, good lighting for when you race at night, top of the line timing system so that you wouldn't have any issues with your timing lights or anything like that. Plenty of room for spectators down both sides of the track. Good concession area. qualified track and and pit personnel, easy access, from the highway and stuff. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Now, if you weren't drag racing, what do you think you'd be doing?
Oh, good God, I don't know. I have no idea. I never really thought about it because I am. So I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe you'd be doing more fishing.
Maybe. I don't know. I used to bow hunt too, and I used to golf. So maybe some of that other stuff. But it definitely wouldn't be as exciting. It would not be as exciting as drag racing.
Right. So now, what would you consider to be the fondest memory of your drag racing career so far?
I really enjoy, almost as much as racing itself, is talking to the spectators that come through the pits that stop to admire your vehicle,
right.
And all the work that you've done on it and stuff like that. It really kind of fills you with pride. You can kind of look at, oh wow, look what I've this is what I've managed to put together. This is what I've managed to accomplish. And it's really, really nice. I really don't have any problem talking to somebody or having a little kid jump up and sit in the car behind the wheel and stuff like that. All that stuff is really, really neat. And I really enjoy when I'm racing with the Classic American guys and girls. When we come back down the return road at like the big events, the Memorial Day and 4th of July stuff, and have the stand just filled with people and waving to everybody and stuff. That's really super cool.
All right, now, how important do you think it is for the families to bring kids out to watch drag racing?
I think whether it be drag racing or whether it be football games or baseball games or any sport, or actually anything that you do with your kids is really, really important. It's hard to make a living, in this day and age, and to raise a family and stuff. And most of the time, both parents have to work, and it really, really cuts back on a lot of the family time that parents spend with their kids. So, anytime that you can get together with your kids and either at their games, when they're involved in sports, or whether it be drag racing or anything else that they're interested in, definitely do so, because time flies really, really fast, and before you know it, your kids are grown up and they don't want to do anything with you anyways then, and and then they're out on their own. So treasure the time that you have with your kids when they're young.
Right. Now, the best way for people to find out what's going on with your race would be on the Classic American Muscle Association page, right, on Facebook?
Yeah, they can find out what's going on with when we're going to be doing our exhibition runs with the Classic American Muscle Association. And other than that, I have a Team Treiterer racing page on Facebook, and I also have a website, teamtreitererracing.com. So,
which I believe I did put that in the event to your website.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So if people want to find the website, the link is in the event page on Facebook for people.
Okay.
Now this last question here, if you don't have to answer it if you don't want. If you want to answer, you can answer. Do you support the current president of the United States?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would never want that job. I mean, it is like, no matter what you do, whether you're Democrat or Republican, it always seems like nobody's liked.
Right.
I mean, everybody's got something to complain about, what he's doing. So you can never really, really please everyone. He's doing the best he can, for the type of person he is. And I'll always support whatever president's in office. But he could definitely choose his words more carefully and drop the tweeting, dude. I mean, come on. Seriously?
Yeah.
Spend less time on social media.
Yeah. Well, we do got a lot more jobs available now, which is very good.
Oh yeah. I've talked to a lot of. I know a lot of business owners. Being one myself, and they right now have a hard time finding qualified people. I mean, there's actually a shortage of qualified people out there to actually fill all the open job positions.
Right. Yeah. Nowadays, you get some of these youngsters. They graduate from college with a degree, and sometimes they can't even get a job still.
Yeah. You got to kind of think before you go to college. What's a marketable profession for me? Can I take what I like to do and the interests that I have and springboard that into a job that there is actually a spot for me in?
Exactly.
You can't go out and get a degree in philosophy or Indian sciences and expect to find a job. It just, it doesn't work out like that.
Right.
But I'm an old guy, so,
Well, Russell, I want to thank you very much for taking time today to do an interview with me.
Oh, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Thanks so much for having me.
Now, do you have any final words or thank yous for anybody that might be listening that you want to thank or, say anything to?
Let's see. I want to thank everybody that that I've met down at Great Lakes, and that has given me a hand and answered some of my silly or sometimes stupid questions that I've had over the short time that I've been racing, and look forward to getting together with everybody and smoking up some tires next year.
Sounds good. Well, we look forward to seeing you next year at the Grove. I mean, my wife and I'll come look for you in the pits, and we'll come say hi to you.
You bet. That'd be great.
All right, you have a great night and have a great Thanksgiving.
Okay, thank you very much. You too. Have a great Christmas and stuff.
All right, have a good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.